Welcome to WTF Sports. I'm Mason, and I'm going to be going over who's really at fault for the Chicago Bears Hail Mary loss to the Washington Commanders this weekend. And the Bears are what I'm good at, so you'll probably see weekly videos on the Bears from here on out on Wednesdays, so watch out for those. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And honestly, let's hop right into it. So I picked out four people, and I'm going to reveal to you at the end of the video who I really think is at fault for this loss. And I start off with Caleb Williams. He didn't really play very good. Let's be honest. He had 38 yards in 3 quarters. It was awful. He had some missed opportunities where he missed a throw here and there, like Roma Dunze over the middle. He missed him behind him pretty egregiously, and then again, screen pass to Keenan Allen. He threw way over his head. I think he saw a defender coming up, and he thought he was going to try to pick it off, but DJ Moore actually did a pretty good job blocking him. So, either way, he obviously had some missed opportunities, and honestly, throughout the entire game, he had a pretty sour attitude, which is not a good look from your starting QB. You don't like to see him on the sideline with a face like the way he was looking. He was just extremely upset. You could see he was frustrated. And let's be honest, everybody on the offense had a right to be frustrated. First of all, play calling wasn't great. We'll get into that later, but he didn't play very well, but it's not really an excuse. You're the leader of this team. You have to be up and ready for the next drive. I don't support the attitude he had. But the one thing I could say about Caleb Williams, and that I can't blame him solely for the loss, is that he constructed 2 game-winning drives. And if you remember, one went out because of poor play calling, by the way, which we'll get into that in a minute. But 2 of them at the end of the game had almost 100 yards in the fourth quarter. Did it, what you really ask of your quarterback in crunch time. Like he had the game. He did what Justin Fields never did. Let's be real. He did what Justin Fields never did, and he created a game-winning drive. We never saw that with Justin Fields. Like it looked different. Something snapped. He locked in. Fourth quarter, he was there. Next person, Shane Waldron, our offensive coordinator. The entire game, poor play calling, just awful. You went from 2 games where you opened up the playbook and we looked like a prolific offense. We looked good, but you closed it back up this week against the Commanders. It's like when we play a team that's half intimidating, he puts the play calling sheet away and he just calls screens and the most boring plays in the playbook. When the week before he had the most creative, like double screen fake touchdown to Cole Kmet for 31 yards. It was just bad. I didn't get it. And then the first game-winning drive that Caleb Williams constructed, we ended off on the 1-yard line. And for some reason, down 5, when the game is on the line, Shane Waldron decides to pull out the Doug Kramer, by the way, who is our second string center, fullback dive. This is not something you call when you are down 5 and the game is on the line. You call this when you're up 30. Or the beginning of the game. You're on the goal line and you're just trying to get a score in there, trying to get it any way possible to call the fullback dive. But you're not. You are down 5 in the fourth quarter. You need to score. And you didn't because you try to hand it off to your backup center who fumbles it immediately. It's just bad play calling. At the end of the game, this is what really irked me. That last that last drive that Caleb Williams constructed got us down into the red zone where we could win the game. We could win the game here. He calls 2 back-to-back QB design runs. Why? Like, why are we doing a quarterback draw on 3rd and 5? 3rd and 5. We got 2 yards, so it was 4th and 3. 4th and 3, and not to mention the play after that, we got bailed out of a bad drive because Keenan Allen actually ran a beautiful route and drew a pass interference. Keenan Allen bailed us out of a crappy situation. And that play calling is just inexcusable. It's inexcusable at the NFL level. So I don't know why he decides to tease us one week with good play calling and then he drops it the next week. It doesn't make sense. But we'll see how it goes on in the future. Not a very happy Bears fan, as you can tell. My next person is Tyrique Stevenson, Bears cornerback number 29, who obviously has a lot of outside noise coming in on him after that game. I mean, just, it's an awful look. Hail Mary, you're walking away from, like, you're literally facing away. You're looking at the fans. I know you can't hear me right now, but you're looking at the fans and you're trying to hype them up. There's no arguing for him. There's no arguing for him at all. And it just sucks. It sucks to know that Tyrique Stevenson, he is one of the best corners on the Bears team. But he has an edge to him. Obviously he's a little heated every once in a while. But taunting during a Hail Mary play, and it's receiver's already running, and he's still turned around, by the way. Awful look. He had an unsportsmanlike penalty earlier in the game, so already he was on edge. Very emotional, obviously. Just, it sucks. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And then you're the one who tips the ball to Brown, to number 85 in the back of the end zone. And later, we learned that you were the guy that's supposed to be boxing him out. You're not even supposed to be tipping. How disappointing. It really is. It's extremely disappointing. And obviously, he needs some sort of repercussions. I think, personally, the Bears should bench him the first half of the Arizona game, but obviously bring him back in. We need him. He's a good cornerback. He just had his emotions high. It wasn't a very good game. It wasn't a very good game this season, or on Sunday for him, but he needs to be better. And honestly, though, I don't know if I can completely blame him for the Hail Mary loss, because I know exactly who is at fault. Matt Eberflus, the Bears head coach, is at fault for the Bears loss. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. He had 4 strikes in this game. You're not even allowed 4 strikes. You're allowed 3, but you had 4. I mean, you okayed the Doug Kramer fullback dive. You could have been like, no, we don't want to run it here. But no, you okayed it. You said, yeah, let's run the fullback dive with our backup center because that makes sense. No, not at all. Don't do that. It's ridiculous. And then, before the Hail Mary, the play before, he allows a 13-yard out route. No coverage. No coverage. He had a linebacker spying Jaden Daniels. But you guys didn't defend the out route. 13 yards to get him to the 35. And not only that, he had all 3 timeouts prior to the Hail Mary. All 3 timeouts. I've told so many people this, but 31 out of 32 coaches, 99.9% of the time, call a timeout in that situation. You know they're about to throw a Hail Mary pass. You call a timeout, get your defense situated. Put Rome Odunze in. Put Cole Kmet in. Put big guys in there so that they can bat the ball down in the end zone. I don't understand the decision. To me, this is inadequate head coaching. I mean, Eberflus, you are a great defensive coordinator. You can call your side of the ball really well, but you cannot head coach. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and I know that you have to take a timeout there. You have to take a timeout there. I mean, Tyreek Stevenson isn't even looking. He's not even looking. You have all 3 timeouts. You can't take the timeouts with you. So why are you not calling? I mean, you have one there. It's free. Just use it. And people are saying, well, you don't want to give Washington more time. We already know what they're doing. They already know what they're doing. They're running down to the end zone and praying to catch it. That's a Hail Mary. The timeout is there so that the defense can get set up. But this is what really irks me. After the game, Matt Eberflus defends agreeing to the fullback dive, saying it was a part of their package. He defended allowing the 13-yard gain, saying that it didn't matter at all and that they were going to have to throw up the ball anyways. And he defended not using the timeout because they were already set. They were set, but they let up the Hail Mary touchdown. It's comical. It's honestly comical. And he took no accountability for the loss. No accountability. Now, if you want my personal opinion, Matt Eberflus is the reason for the Hail Mary loss. Whether it starts with Shane Waldron or Stevenson, whatever. No, it starts with the head coach. It starts with the head coach. And he's the reason. And I don't know how you can argue otherwise, because there are so many strikes over these last 2 years. I'm not going to count his first year, but 2 years that you just wonder, is he the right coach? I don't think so. As a Bears fan, I think that no matter the record, we get rid of Matt Eberflus after this year ends. Because I don't see the Bears having a bright future with him as head coach. But anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the above. We really appreciate your assistance, your help. It's for the algorithm. All right. Obviously, I'm pretty heated about this topic. I'll be back next Wednesday to tell you about how the Bears played in the Cardinals-Bears game at 3:05 in Central Time on Sunday. So, yeah. Hoping that we see a much better outcome, though, because the Bears roster, honestly, is better, but coaching is obviously a disadvantage any game we play. So, I'm praying that the Bears can pull through with this one. And, yeah, like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.